Hi, Uniquely Cindy here. Welcome back to part 3 of Oak Grove Cemetery. I wanted to introduce you to the Iverson family, Iverson. As I was walking past, I saw this and I thought it was beautifully sad. This is a father and mother. As you'll see by their stones here, they were both from Norway. The mother was born in 1857 and she passed away in 1925. The father was born in 1849 and passed away in 1924. But if you'll look down here at the foot of their graves, you'll see 4 cradle graves, ranging from just a few months old to 6 years old right here. And I thought this was so sad. Separated in life, together in death. The father, I wonder if he was a sailor, because on top of his stone is an anchor. And then the mother has a beautiful cross in a circle too. So it caught my attention as I was walking past, and I wanted to share with you. Still quite chilly. I can't believe it's the end of March and it's this chilly. We're going to go back here. I wanted to bring you to the back of the cemetery, for back here is some mausoleum graves. There's another crypt or chest grave. Come around here. There's another marker. I'm going to do a separate video. Hopefully this folder that I got here will open up the map so I can read all these markers to y'all. This is a child's grave. I can make out the date 1836. See the baby sleeping there. And beautiful flowering work on that. I'm going to tell you what, technology and AI has nothing on the art of hand scrolling and the beautiful handwork that artists used to do. These are some beautiful tombs or mausoleums. Now, that's what I wanted to bring you over here to see. This one says Hirsch. Looks like it was started in 1913. Let me see if I can get some closer information on it. Our brother, Robert, son of Bertha and Benjamin Hirsch, born in May of 1872, died in May of 1888. Just a child. So he may have been interned somewhere else, and then when they built the mausoleum, was interned here. We have 2 more, what appears to be 2 more graves, but there's no names on them. Look at the beautiful H here on the side of the scrolls, and then you have the Grecian urns. And then we have 1915. This is the May Mausoleum. And let's see what it says. I can't make that out. I can see the date is 1915. 1913, date of birth, date of death, 1915. And then there's one here on the ground. It says Mother, wife of Benjamin Hirsch, born in 1842 and passed away in 1912. And then the others are blank walls. But the marble, beautiful marble, feels, you can tell the difference, of course, between marble and stone because of the polishing. This is stone, but beautiful. We have a couple of other mausoleums over here. This one is very pretty. It says Anderson. You'll see the hands. Here, some people say that represents peace. Some people say it represents rejoining loved ones. This says Alethea Anderson, born in Appling County, Georgia, 1839, died in Brunswick, Georgia in 1904, rest in peace. And then on top of that, you'll see some wording, and it says something Conrad, born 75, and then died in 1906. Then over here we have Father William Anderson, born in Chester County, Pennsylvania, 1837, and died in Brunswick, Georgia in 1896. Thy will be done. I think looking at the hands on both of these, it means peace, because this is both the man's hands and these are female hands, and I think it's a symbol of peace on these. But beautiful tomb work, the scrolling there. You know, as I've said before, cemeteries are their own types of museums. Very pretty. Look at this one with the fern. Absolutely gorgeous. This is different. Let's see what this is. It says US SATC abbreviations. I do not know what that stands for. If you know, comment below and let me know. It says Reverend Chester Winter, December 1900, passed away 1920, called of God for his ministry on earth, ordained by death for the ministry above. Wow, now that's something. I've never heard that statement before, but that's very, very, very interesting. A little bit of chill bumps there. Here is another one. Looks like it's got a coat of arms on it, maybe. And it says FCB. It says born in Copenhagen, Denmark, died in Brunswick, Georgia. And then Ella Winter, 1870 to 1956. Jesus lead me all the way. This is the one that I showed you a minute ago with the beautiful fern on the front of it. That would be Thomas Winter, the one with the coat of arms. And looks like Woodman of the World, yes. Oh, what a beautiful epitaph here. It says, behind the unknown standeth God, with the shadow keeping watch above his own. Wow, that's pretty. Mary Causey entered into eternal rest in 1961. And William Anderson, 1882 to 1940, rest in peace. This is the back side of the tomb I showed you earlier. Beautiful scroll work. Got another tomb over here. We're going to go over here and see. Here we have a tombstone with an anchor in the center of it. I can make out age 57. They were from Ireland and they passed away in 1885. From the anchor, most likely a sailor. And here we have a couple of more crypt graves. I love the rounded tops on these. These are the ones I've been told that most likely they are buried inside the crypt as opposed to in the ground. And it says Mother Fraser, 1825 to 1907. And then this one is Samuel Bruce Moore, 1835, departed life September 1857, 22 years and 6 days. Scroll back here to this mausoleum. As you can see as we're going, just many, many beautiful tombstones and graves. Just a beautiful, peaceful place to visit. This is the Henson and Madison family. Beautiful marble. Says Kenneth Marshall Henson, born in 1925, passed away in 2016. Then Sue Boykin Henson, born in 1925, passed away in 2019. Dr. James Madden, born in 1840, died in 1906. Maria Morris Madden, born in 1841, died in 1925. Once again, here is one of those stones, UCV 61 to 65. If you know what that means, please comment below and let me know, because this is the first time I've seen these on a cemetery plot, and I'd like to know. You can see, I don't know if you can see inside there or not. Some of these tombs are just absolutely beautiful, but we're not going to be able to see in there. I'm going to slowly start making my way back to the front gate. I'll share with you as we go up. Another big, beautiful oak tree there. Another tomb with a dove on it. You can see right there in the center. It says Maud Eloise, daughter of C.F. and S.W. Way. She was born in 1877 and passed away in 1879. And here's some more unmarked graves. And chest graves back there in the back. All these beautiful little flowers. They are all over the cemetery. Now here is an unusual layout. There's stones just kind of stacked one beneath the other, or one above the other. Hope Strong, 1894 to 1963. Daniel Strong, 1924 to 1988. They're fairly new. Beverly Strong, 1927 to 2009. Dorothy Strong, 1950. And hopefully she's still with us, because it doesn't say if that's her birth or death. And Dorothy Cross Strong, 1897 to 1980. That's an unusual layout, the way they are there. Interesting. That's a pretty headstone there. Janie Harrell, beloved wife of D.W. Cross, 1876 to 1906. Oh, here's some more of the cement-topped graves. This is the Cross family plot. You know, as we've talked about on previous videos, back in the early part of the century and then the 1800s and the early 1900s, they would either be, a lot of the family plots would have these cement, granite, stone, rock, brick, or iron gating around it to distinguish family plots. As time went on, cemeteries became more perpetual care, and the graves are basically just laid out with no fencing around it of any type. So it's interesting to see how cemetery plots and all have evolved over the centuries. There's a beautiful tombstone there with a wreath on it. It looks like a laurel wreath, croft, and the beautiful iron gate here. Another thing that we don't see a lot of anymore is the big stone statues. You see them a lot in the older cemeteries, and you may see them in some of the bigger city cemeteries, but you don't see a lot of them anymore unless they are older. This one is just a piece of wood marking the head of the grave. Over in the Rocky Mount area and in farm country, I showed you how they use field stones. Well, this is tombstones made out of wood. Interesting. And then here's some more of the cradle style graves. This one here has a little stone right here on the top. It says LHR, and that's all that it says. These appear to be children's graves. I'm trying not to step on any graves, and it's a little, some of them you don't see them until you're already there. Born in South Carolina, died in Brunswick, William Davenport, 1888. I was going to show you this beautiful this is Washington Wright. Looks like G.E.O. Washington Wright, born in 1830, died in 1895. And these beautiful leaves, and looks like a mantle laid over the corner of the grave. Lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me again today in Oak Grove Cemetery. We have seen a lot of unique graves. Thank you. Like, subscribe below, hit that notification bell, and if you can answer any of the questions that I've asked in these videos, please comment below so that I will get educated on some of the things here, because I've seen some different things in this cemetery that I hadn't seen before, especially that I think it was CUV. I mentioned it several times and shown several pictures of it. So let me know if you know what that means, as I'm kind of curious to know. And thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Oak Grove Cemetery. If you're in the Brunswick area, stop by. If you enjoy cemeteries and seeing unusual, unique sites, this one's got a lot of history to it. It is a variety of old and modern in here. So once again, Uniquely Cindy here. You have a unique day, and thanks for joining me.